In the 80s, he was the teen heartthrob. Star of Pretty in Pink and St. Elmo's Fire, his face was everywhere, on magazine covers and bedroom walls. Asterisk, today, Andrew works behind the camera as a director, living a quieter life. But his screen presence still lives in the hearts of a generation. Recognized him? Drop a comment below. She was the smart, sensitive girl of the 80s, a muse in John Hughes films, and a global icon. Today, she makes the occasional TV appearance, but never reached the same stardom again. Her transformation is striking, and her journey continues to inspire. Seen any of her films lately? Let us know in the comments. Who could forget the quirky sidekick from Beverly Hills Cop? Judge Reinhold was everywhere in 80s comedies. But fame didn't last. Personal struggles pulled him away from Hollywood. Now, he lives a private life, out of the spotlight. Unbelievable? Just wait for the next one. He made the world laugh with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Ghostbusters. But after his wife's death, Rick stepped away from acting to raise his kids. A noble choice, but one that left fans missing his charm. If that touched your heart, share this with someone who loved the 80s. She wasn't just an actress. She topped the Billboard charts as a teen pop sensation. Today, Debbie still makes music, but on her own terms, far from the mainstream. Remember any of her hits? Comment below. After The Outsiders and Red Dawn, he was the face of Young Rebellion. But over time, his roles got smaller, and he slowly faded from the spotlight. His physical transformation is incredible. Would you recognize him on the street today? Another star from The Breakfast Club. She played the quiet, artsy soul that resonated with millions. Now active in theater, she makes rare screen appearances. Her look has changed, but that spark in her eyes, still there. Which of her characters stuck with you the most? If you've seen Indiana Jones or The Goonies, you remember him, no doubt. Then he vanished. But in 2022, he came back swinging, winning an Oscar for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Love that comeback? The next one is even more surprising. Immortalized by her slow-motion scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, a beauty and charm icon of the 80s. But she stepped away in the 90s to raise a family. Now, she runs a boutique in New York. Can you imagine Phoebe Cates behind the counter? The dreamboat from 16 Candles. He was every teen's crush. But fame didn't last. He quit acting, became a carpenter, and now lives a quiet off-the-grid life. From red carpet to workshop. What a twist. Anthony Michael Hall, he was the face of the nerdy teen in movies like 16 Candles and The Breakfast Club. But his look today is completely different. Stronger, more mature. He reinvented himself and continues to act in more serious roles. Did you even recognize him? Comment below. Mia Sayar, remember the charming Sloane from Ferris Bueller's Day Off? After that success, she starred in a few more films, and then vanished. Today, she lives away from the spotlight and dedicates her time to family and personal projects. Were you surprised by her transformation? DBS WENEY, he was a rising star with roles in The Cutting Edge and 8 Men Out. But over time, his fame faded. Today he works as a narrator and in independent productions. From the big screen to the microphone, quite a change, right? Lee Thomson, unforgettable Lorraine from Back to the Future still acts, but mostly behind the scenes now, as a director. Her appearance today is elegant and mature. But that spark from the 80s? Still there. Hit like if you also had a crush on her back then. Corey Feldman, a fan favorite in The Goonies, Stand By Me, and The Lost Boys. But behind the fame, he faced major controversies and the harsh reality of child stardom. Did you follow that tougher chapter in his life? Share your thoughts in the comments. Emilio Estevez, son of Martin Sheen, he starred in classics like The Breakfast Club and Young Guns. At his peak, many believed he'd surpass his brother, Charlie Sheen. Today, he stepped out of the spotlight, working quietly behind the scenes. As an independent director, did you remember he's Charlie Sheen's brother? Drop a comment below. Jennifer Grey, she's the forever baby from Dirty Dancing. But a nose job so dramatic, it changed her career forever. Today she still pops up on TV, but her face is almost unrecognizable. Would you recognize her today? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Corey Haim, a longtime friend of Feldman. He was also a teen idol and a symbol of his generation. Sadly, he passed away young after struggling for years with addiction. Did his story move you? Share this with someone who remembers those times. She made history as Denise Huxtable in The Cosby Show and became a fashion and attitude icon in the 80s. But in recent years, Lisa has chosen a quieter life, far from the cameras. She's still remembered for her authenticity and striking looks. Comment below if you were a fan of hers back in the day. Kelly LeBarque, the ultimate 80s muse, star of movies like Weird Science, a true icon of beauty and style. She vanished from the spotlight and now lives a quiet rural life. Do you remember the impact she had on screen? John Crye stood out as a lovable Ducky in Pretty in Pink Dot, and though he resurfaced in 2.5 Men, he never reached that 80s fame again. His transformation is surprising, especially his hair. Recognized him right away. Let us know. Will Wheaton, he rose to fame with Stand By Me in Star Trek, The Next Generation, but later faded from mainstream media. Today, he's a key figure in podcasts and geek communities, a true icon of underground pop culture. Did you know what he's up to these days? Let us know in the comments. Robert Russler, star of A Nightmare on Elm Street, 2 in Weird Science. He was a regular in 80s horror and teen comedies. But over time, he completely vanished from the big screen. Did that name bring back any memories? Drop a comment now. If you love reliving those good old times, make sure to subscribe to Star Rewind, hit the bell, and leave your comment, because there's still so much more to remember.